My name is Regina Kengori. I'm a tax expert, entrepreneur. I have another title, cheerleader of dreams. I'm also a mother and a wife. My education background is I've done postgraduate diploma in tax. I have MBA, strategic management, BCom, finance, and the CPK. So I went to Como Primary School as a normal bubbly child, and I wanted more. I think as I was growing up, I really wanted something bigger and better for me, and I felt within me that God had something bigger, even when I was a bit younger. So when I was, something that changed my life, what I can say is when I was in class 4, we had a visit from Unilever Kenya. They came to supply items to us. They would come to supply gifts to our school. But this particular time, something caught my attention, and that was a lady who came to give us the gifts. She drove a car. She was so beautiful. She had the lipstick that I'm having, and she had very well done nails. And even if they were supplying the Colgate and the sanitary towels, my eyes stuck on her. I wanted to be her. I wanted to drive my own car, do my own hair, to have my lipstick and my nails. I didn't know what I wanted to be or any career that I wanted, but I stuck on something that I wanted in future. My neighborhood did not have that kind of a woman, so this is the first time I'm meeting a person, a lady driving a car and so beautiful. So that changed my perception and changed my mind. And I finished primary school, and I went to Githunguri Girls for my high school. I loved the school in particular because it was a Christian school, and that is the place that I met Jesus. That is the place where I got born again. The background and the Christianity was very strong, and we used to pray in the morning. We had morning glory, we had lunch hours. We had a place where we would go for prayers, and it really built my faith. I also came from a background, I would see my parents serving in the church, my mother and my father even preaching the church and serving, and that also helped me grow in the Christian, grow my Christianity. So when I finished my high school, I didn't know even at that point. At one particular point when I was in primary school, I saw a newspaper cutting of a model. So at one point I wanted to become a model, in particular because the model had the lipstick and the nails. But also when I was in high school, I wanted to be a lawyer, possibly, because now there's a lot of influence in high school on what we wanted to be and everything. But when I finished my high school, and I did not manage to go to university, I had two options: either to repeat school, my secondary school, or do something, go to college. And I chose to go do CPS. And at that particular point, when I told my father, I'm 18 years old, I guess I'm now being able to understand myself and everything. So when I told him that I wanted to do CPAs, at that particular point, there was a lot of failure rates of students. But when I came to do it, I was able to pass, and I felt passionate about what I was doing, and I felt like this is what I wanted to pursue in life. So when I got at around section 4, So my father called us and told me, in particular, my older brother was doing law. I had the other siblings who were still in school. So there was constraints when it came to school fees. And as Section 4, my father told me I was okay to get a job. But I was about 19 years or 20. So that was, I still felt that I really wanted to complete my studies. And I also wanted to go do my degree and to go study. I wanted to study and become that lady that I seen driving a car and beautiful. So I came back to Thika Town to look for a job. I didn't know in particular any person that I could request for a job. So I did my CV, and I went door to door to look for a job. And I didn't find a job. So because I didn't find a job and I was in Section 5, I really wanted to support my father when it came to school fees. And I was doing business. I've been taught about business. My mother was doing business. That's what we will do. We'll sell in the shop. So the next point was, what kind of business can I do? So I started a mutumba business. I'll wake up early in the morning. At 5, go to Gekomba, get clothes. And then at 9, I'm in class. And then in the evening at 5, I'll go sell the clothes. And I'll sell them in the hostel. So around the town, I believe even today, there are so many hostels. So that's where I would go sell the clothes. So I'll carry the yellow paper bags that were banned, 2 of them. And I'll go sell the clothes to ladies in the hostels. And that's how I was able to support myself with some pocket money, some hostel money, and I did Section 5 and passed. So for Section 6, after finishing 5, at 6, I also did the same work. I did my CV, then went around Thika Town in the offices looking for a job. And I also didn't get a job. But I got an opportunity to work in an audit firm for internship. So when I went to the internship, that is where my miracle happened for my first job. Let me come back to when I joined college. I think because of the Christian background and also the schooling and the beacon of God in my heart. When I joined college, I went for a church that was gospel outreach, and we used to do morning glory and lunch hours and evening prayers. So my biggest portion of my college life, I would say, I was either in school or in church. In the morning, lunchtime, and evening, I would do the 3 services together. And that also built me a lot. And when I was in the church, I got a friend who would pray with. She was a prayer partner. So now coming to this point that I'm in Section 6 and I'm trying to get a job and to get something to do. Now I didn't want to go back and sell the clothes anymore. Now I felt like I really wanted a job. So when I was at the internship, I saw a newspaper advertisement of Chania High School. They needed a bazaar. And when I guess we were about 5 of us in the audit firm, and we all looked at it, and then we were like, this one you must know BOG, I don't know, you must know somebody for you to get a job. I said, okay. So we didn't concentrate so much on it. But my friend, who is called Angela, she called me. She used to work as a secretary in a clinic. And when I went to her after 5 and she opened the same newspaper and she was like, Regina, this work is for you. Go ahead and apply. And I told her, oh, we discussed. And then we said, you have to have the BOG. So no, we told me, go and apply. And we actually prayed about it. And I went and I did the application. So when I did the application, I did hand delivery. So Chania Boys is close to Thika town. So I walked at the gate and I gave out my documents and I went home. It was on a Friday. So I'm saying this because it was a miracle. So it was on a Friday and I went home. We had a burial, so I went home and I stayed on Saturday. On Sunday, when I was coming back to work, I forgot my phone. And I came back because I needed to be at the audit firm for the internship. So on my documents, my CV, I had my number / my mother's number. So on Monday morning, the principal, Chania Boys, called me. My phone was off, so he called my mother. And the miracle is that my mother had gone somewhere in the forest to cut wood, and she had her phone with her. And that's how the communication came. It came to me and also came to where I was, that I was needed. And that's how I went to Chania Boys. I remember that time, by the time I was going there, because it was 2007 during the post-election violence, I was a clerk, polling clerk at that time, and I was paid 5,500. I had never seen that kind of money, actually. Even when I was doing the Mtuma business, I'll sell 1,000. If I sell a lot, it's 2,000. So 5,500 was quite some money. And that money I spent to pay hostel, actually paid hostel 1 month. I bought a suit to help me look for a job. And I paid college for Section 6 for a month. So when the communication came at this point that I was required to go to Chania Boys, I left the audit firm and I went to the hostel and I wore my suit, the one that I had bought, so that I can go for the interview. Actually thought it was an interview. I remember the day because it was 14th January 2008. So the students were coming to school and they needed somebody in the accounts department because there was one person and then they had a backlog and then it was getting late. So at 2 when I went there, and the principal actually asked me, I looked at my papers, and then the applications were 600 applicants and my letter was just at the top. So that's how I was called. 600 applications and my application was at the top. So and he told me that they had some work, casual work, to do receipting, to help in the accounts department, but they actually do actual interviews after that. And that's what I was looking for. So at 2:30 I was actually working. And that's how I landed my first job. I've said it because it is a miracle. It was a miracle. And that's how I started working. So I worked there for quite some time. And so after 3 months, we were able to have interviews, and I was also able to be given the opportunity to work as an account clerk. So that was my first job. I was 21. I was doing my Section 6, and by the grace of God, I was able to finalize. And and complete section 6. So I also wanted to really do my degree. So after I finished section 6, I started thinking, oh, how I need to now go ahead and do my my degree. So I went to KCA and looked at their fee structure and everything. I looked at the application requirements, everything, and I started praying about it. The fees was so huge for me to even think I could get an opportunity to go there. So what I thought is, why don't I do something different as I plan and wait on God? So I applied for certified financial analyst, and I took that course in Star College in Nairobi. So the reason why I did that is because KCA was around along Thika Road and Star College was in Nairobi. So the differences between the two was school fees. So I said, if I can manage to do this course for Star College, then I can manage the other one. So that's how I went to Star College, and I went to class for about one module, about 6 months, and I did part 2, and I also passed. So come January 2009, that's when I went to KCA. So I took the leap of faith. I didn't have in mind that I would finish the course. I said, why don't I get the admission letter and just write it on my CV, degree ongoing. So that was my first intention. But when I went there, God opened doors for me. So I applied, I got the opportunity, and I went to school. And I remember, I guess, if I'm not wrong, January 5th, 2009, I landed in KC. Actually, that day that I went to class, because it's something that I had thought for a long time and waited on God for it. When I went back to my house, this time I had now a house. When I went to my house, I cried. I could not believe that I had stepped to a university. I could not believe. And I went through education, and that's how I did my degree. I did my BCom finance at KCA, and I finalized in 2010. And there's a miracle that also happened in 2010, that I also met my husband in the many morning glories I was going. And that's how I got married to Kengori, and through the grace of God. And actually my graduation and my wedding, the difference was 2 weeks. So let's come to how I started doing my business. So at this particular time, I've done my CPA, I've done my BCom, and I'm still at Chania Boys. And I knew that this is now something different. I wanted something different. I wanted the picture of the lady driving a car and being somewhere still on my mind. So I started looking for a job. Actually, I left and I started looking for a job. I wanted a job, but I didn't know that God was pushing me to start my own business. So I started looking for a job. I couldn't find a job. And one day, a friend of my husband wanted some accounting work, actually management accounts, that he needed to present them to the bank. And he told me, see, you are an accountant, why don't you provide for me management accounts? And I actually had to look for somebody to help me out to do them, because the work that I used to do was I was an account clerk. I was doing receipting. There was no actually practical work that I was doing that I could even be able to provide a management report. So I got somebody who helped me out, and guess how much I was paid? I was paid 15,000 for one job. And I said, wow, guess this is something that I can actually do. So he also gave me work that I could do some accounting. I could check their bookkeeping and do some accounting at the end of every month. So he gave me a contract for a month, every month. So I said, if I get 2-3 more clients, then I can actually even earn more than what I was looking for. And that is how the audit firm, the initial idea of opening the audit firm happened. So that's how we started, and I talked to one of my auntie. She used to have an office in Thika town, and I told her, why don't I come and I sit in your office and do this work, because I can't do it in the house. The baby is all over. At this time I'm having even a baby. Is all over me. So she told me, you're welcome. Actually, I have a table and a chair. So that's how I got out of the house, and I started doing work. So most of the time it was looking for clients, looking for work, and after around 2014, that's when I got an office of my own. And you know, when you open a business, you're the messenger, you're the cleaner, you're the tea girl, you're the one who is handling clients and everything. You're doing the actual work. So I opened my office, and my husband, who used to work as a banker, had a lot of clients. So at least I was able to get clients because I got the introduction of the work that I was doing, and I got clients out of his networks. So that's how I was able to actually kick off and start doing business. But what I can say is that that initial years, possibly about 3 good years, I would say 2014, 15, 16, they were just hand to mouth. And that is the time that I think I was building something. I was learning to do some good work. I was learning resilience. I was learning. I was doing customer. I was marketing the organization and everything. So even paying the office rent, I had issues even on paying the rent, and I was all alone. Then possibly what I could have were internship to just help me do the work. But the major change of work started around 2017. So at around that time, 2015, when now I was clear that this is what I wanted to do, I realized that every door that I would knock, people would tell me that I'm having an auditor already. So, and then auditors, you don't wake up and change auditors, and mostly you don't do that. But I also felt that these people will tell me I'm having tax issues. So this person is having an auditor who they have respect, they've worked together for a long time, but they're having tax issues. And I thought, why don't I learn more about tax and help and become a different kind of an auditor who is able to handle tax issues. So that is the time that KRA was launching KESRA, and I applied for postgraduate diploma in tax administration. So I went to KESRA to just polish up the tax, the little tax that I knew. And in 2017, that is when, January actually 2017, that is when I was able to stand out and say I'm a tax expert. So, and that is where the business was able to grow in a different angle, because now I could be able to handle tax issues. And also at that particular point, there's something also I did. I did a mentorship program that was called Passion Biz by James Karundu. He was able to understand the kind of business I was doing, and we talked about how we can grow business, how we can scale up the organization and everything. And he was in particular able to help me now come out as a tax expert. And we also designed trainings for tax, and we did our first training. We did our first training for entrepreneurs in Thika Town for tax. And since then, I started doing tax trainings, which so many people know us through the tax trainings. So that was 2017, 2018. And that's what we've been doing. We have this office, Thika Road, and then we also have an office in Nairobi. So our business is RWK and Associates. RWK and Associates is an audit firm. We have our major services, that is tax service, audit, and advisory. For tax, we're able to handle all your tax issues. If you have tax demands, if you're undergoing a KRA audit, we help you through the process. We represent you to KRA. We even represent you to the tribunal and even to the ADR if need be. So we can give you that full service when it comes to taxation. We also help you do tax health checks. You might not have tax issues, but you do want to see if your tax compliance. We can help you do a tax health check. We can train your staff on how to do their taxes well. And you can also outsource the tax services from our company. For audit, we help you do audit for your organization, internal audits, just understanding how your business is doing, and setting up internal controls and different kinds of audit. We can help you out. And advisory, I'm particularly very interested to see businesses grow. So we can advise you on business development, business growth, enhancing your processes, how you do business, and just making sure that at the end of the day, you're able to grow your business, you're able to pay your loans and build a business that is successful. We do a lot of tax trainings, we do webinars every month. The kind of business we do is a bit reserved, but we've been able to go out there and market ourselves. So we're doing a lot of online marketing, we do a lot of trainings that we do, with the webinars that we do. They've been able to really help us out. We also try to enhance our customer service, that when you come to us, we are able to handle yourself, we're able to handle the customers very well. If you have issues, tax issues are issues that really cause you to have a lot of pressure, a lot of depression. We can help you solve it we work with speed. We can help solve your issue with speed, with accuracy, and also handle our customers with care. I think customer service is one of the big plus for us. And also our knowledge on whatever we are doing, our capacity and our knowledge, innovative ideas to handle our customers. The COVID and the tough economic times, the effects that we've received mostly is on customer not being able to pay our services on time, customers having cash flow issues. So those are some of the things that we've been able to experience, but we give them payments plans. We also talk to them. We give them affordable payment plans and also affordable pricing when we are pricing our services. Prior to COVID, we used to do physical trainings. So go to a hotel and do physical training. But during COVID, we learned about webinars. Actually, I learned about webinars in the house. And our first tax webinars, we did them in the house, and we've innovated in such a way that we are able to do a training every month, and also able to even train people who are even outside Kenya, be able to reach all over the world out of the webinar. So I think COVID in a way worked in helping us innovate how we do our trainings. And also our clients, we can be able to discuss client work through Zoom. Like now we were doing audits. Our clients have been able to embrace the idea of having Zoom meetings and Zoom discussions. If you're having a consultation question, we can do it over Zoom, and we can be able to even finalize without even having a physical meeting. So that is something that has worked very well. So during COVID, we did not close. We were still doing work. The work was a bit low, but we were still doing a bit of work. Some of our clients closed, but also we also gained more clients that was also doing business. So the biggest challenges that we saw during COVID were some of our customers didn't have finances, some were closing down, but we worked with them. We gave affordable pricing. We encouraged them that we can still do business, and where we could help even with advice, we did that. Actually, most of our customers were able even to survive the COVID season. The ones that we didn't survive, we even still do work pro bono. We still have them around as customers and hoping that one day things will get better. And also widening our area, that if we were handling these customers, we can still handle more customers, just to make sure that we're able to survive. So innovating how we do business, having more services that we can do. We were also able to do bookkeeping, which we were not able to do prior. Just understanding what the customer requires, and we do them. We can even do company registration, just widening our services that we can do, just to make sure that there's work that we can do. So the main challenges are customers not able to pay on time, which we give affordable rates. Our rates are very affordable. We also give a payment plan. We communicate with them. So at the end of the day, even if it's after a month, they still pay. The other part possibly is the growth. Sometimes you feel like you really would want to do more, but I believe we are still growing to the levels that we would want. So over time, we have had employees. At the moment, we are 12 of us. What I can say is that something that I've learned, I guess about 3 or 4 years ago, about developing employees. We do a lot of trainings when it comes to our staff. We do monthly trainings. These are training to enhance their skills, what they do. So we do trainings on tax, on audit, in-house staff training, but also we do trainings on customer service and also on their own personal development. So we've done trainings for them to just enhance them personally, and also encourage them, and also create an environment where they can be able to work well. Also, we have meetings where they're able to air out their views. They can say, possibly we can do this or this. So we've opened the environment where they can also chip in ideas. They can say, we can do this, we can do that. We are also able to give meals and tea just to create an environment that is, when somebody comes to work with us, they are able to be happy and create a community that they can work. Also, when we do trainings, previous years I will do the trainings alone, but right now they're also doing the trainings just to enhance them, to enhance their skills. So when it comes to employee retention, we have a HR policy. We have also outsourced the HR services. So we constantly do, after 3 months, we do performance appraisals for the staff. And we have outlined how the staff is able to grow. So they give their own targets, we look at them, we just have a discussion so that at the end of the day, this person can work and still understand that this is an organization they can also grow. So we have quarterly reviews where we sit down together, we look at their targets, we look at their work, and we are just open to work something. And I think that's how we've been able to retain them. They can also be able to grow. They say, in this year, this is how much I would want to earn, and then they can give out their targets and everything. And we just review. We review openly, and we appraise openly, so they are also able to grow. January 2021, we started a corporate social responsibility that is called Skill Up Mentorship Program. And this was the direction of God. You know, the way, the times that you feel you'd want to do more. That was a feeling that would want to affect the community in a different angle. And I realized that most of the friends who came to the organization or our customers, when we give them business ideas or business advice, you can do this to your business and this and this, they use the ideas could work. And on that line, we felt that the Skill Up Mentorship Program is something that we can grow and enhance people to do business. So what we do is we bring a trainer who trains people on a skill every month. So we'll do yogurt making, we'll do bread, we'll do tomato sauce, We've done so many trainings, shoe polish, shoe making, everything. We've done so many skills. So the trainer comes, does it practically, and we also give them ideas on how to market that product in particular, and how to do business. We also create a community where they can interact. So we have a Facebook page that is Skill Up Mentorship Program, and when they come, we are able to have over 200 people come into our organization to learn every month. It's a practical class. They do the skill, we learn there, we learn about marketing, social media marketing, and I train them on something business, financial management, something that we want to learn, we learn. We've also gotten a lot of collaboration with other organizations. We also train them on KEPS certification. We've gotten people who come from KEPS to train them on certification. From KILD on how they can enhance their skills at KILD, and different other government organizations also come together with us to just make sure that this person, when they are able to learn their skills, they can do this business. And we have gotten a lot of success stories. So people are learning and actually doing the business. So we are so happy about that. And we're just creating a community of people who can do something. Sometimes if we look at the rate of unemployment, it's so high. But people can have a skill, they can do a business. And that business, we zero in on businesses that you can start with 5,000, less than 5,000. So when they come and learn about making yogurt, they can go home and look for that funding. You don't even have to go to Fuliza or to Hustler Fund. You can request a friend, you can save and start the business. So after you start the business, we train you on different skills. How are you going to market? How are you going to market on social media, even direct marketing? And then we also create a community, a WhatsApp group. We have a Facebook group. And when there's something new coming up, they can be able to learn. If there is a free business course, they learn. We also celebrate each other. I started this business, I started the other business, and this how far I'm going in. So we celebrate them and we encourage them to do business. So we've gotten a lot of success stories and we are so happy about it. So the changes that mostly happen is first, taxes revolving. Every year there is a new finance bill. Like now there is a finance bill, a lot of tax changes. So we learn, we learn, and then we implement. Also, we learn on behalf of our clients. If somebody business is being will have some changes, we communicate. Actually, we do a lot of communication. We do memos, and we'll tell them there's this and this change, so you need to work around how you're doing business so that you can still do business and make your profits. Also in the industry, there's a lot of competition. So when it comes to competition, is just enhancing your customer service, enhancing how we handle our customers, how we do work, how efficient we are, accurate, and timeliness. Mostly our customers are looking for timely services that are excellent services. So we are able to do those changes. First of all, I'm very excited by the team, the staff team that you're having. When we are able to work together, we are able to celebrate together the milestone. I'm so happy about the culture, the way we work together. So that's a big milestone for me. Also last year, December, we got this award of top digitally fit accountants and auditors. So I'm so happy about that. Also the webinars that we do webinars every month. We've been able to get so many feedback, positive feedback. Our targets every month is to train over 500 people. We are there. So also is also a big milestone for us. Something else that I did not mention, which I'm also very proud about. This year, January this year, we started my page, Regina Kengori, Facebook page. And on that page, I started talking about something totally different. And I call myself Cheerleader of Dreams. So at the moment, we have over 25,000 followers. And we're giving content every day on how to achieve your dreams and goals. And I felt it was a leading of God to open the page. And when I look at the journey and when I look at how I've done goal setting for over 10 years. I've done goal setting for 10 years. And it's something that I've seen work magic. And every year when I look at my goals, I tick them to about 85% to 90%. And I felt it's something that I can share. I would share to my friends and they'll tell me, whatever you shared is working out something for me. There's something that I wanted to achieve and I've achieved according to what you told me to do. So I felt this year is time to talk about the Cheerleader of Dreams. We opened the page. So Facebook page, Regina Kengori, and we'll share every day. So I'm proud about it. At the moment, we want to do global business. We've been having clients that are global, so we can be able to enhance our skills to do more work, open more offices, have more staff, and do bigger business. Also enhance our staff to have more expertise, embrace technology. We've been using technology very well, and we think that we can do more with technology to do our work. Also enhancing ethical practices, that we can do quality work, timely, ethical, and just giving our customers some customer experience that is good. Also helping our customers grow their business. So we're not just doing tax and audit, but we can become a business solution to you. That when we come in, we can even advise you on how you can run your business, how you can have your profits. We become a business partner to our clients. When you want to do a business, or you had your business and is not doing well, or there's something, what I can say is give your business time. I said when I started that it took us 3 years to be able to pay rent on time. Give your business time. That's what I've seen mostly being an issue. You want to start your business today, tomorrow you make profits. At the end of the month, you have many staff. After 6 months, you're driving a car, having a big office. Those things don't happen when the practical part is different. And even when we have people who come here for skill up mentorship program, that's what I tell them. A business is always so good on paper. That is a time that you're looking at the profits, and when I make this business, or when I import this and I sell in Kenya, and I do, it's very good on paper. But when you come to now practically do the business, it's totally different. You find there are things that you didn't incorporate and you didn't understand. When the tire meets the road is different. So when you now do the business and it's different, you become discouraged, you want to close it down and start another business. So you're always on a cycle of doing multiple businesses. So what I can say, there's no idea that is unique. Oh, you say Regina is doing audit, she's doing so, no. Or doing tax, or can I do, no. There's no business idea that is magical or unique. You stick to your idea, you build passion on it, and you do the business. Give it time, incubate the idea. Some businesses incubation period, or that period might take 6 months, others a year. Just be there, and don't do multiple businesses. Sometimes we find, and this is something that I've found after COVID. We are doing, like, you find somebody is doing 5 businesses at the same time. They are doing consultancy, they are doing farming, they are doing, there's something else they are making. Why don't you incorporate all your energy to one idea and give it your all? Give it persistence, give it discipline. Within few months, it will start yielding something. So that is what I would say. Don't be discouraged. Don't close down. Just be patient with the business. Something different is that because of the level of competition and the environment, how the environment is very tight. There's no cash flows. Things are so expensive. For you to stay afloat, 2 things: you must understand customer service, because when that customer is coming to you, they have a variety of 10 other people who are doing the same business. So what are you giving different from the rest of the businesses? So what you give in different is what you should be able to sit down and identify Second, embracing social media marketing. So that is something that nowadays, when a customer is coming to your organization, they have to first look for you on social media. Whatever they are buying, they'll go on Facebook, they'll go on Google, wherever. These are not the days that people just used to walk to shops. They've looked for you, they have seen you, they have seen other people comments. So they are coming to you at a point of knowledge. So for you to thrive, enhance your customer service and also work on your social media. Then give your business patience. Just give it a bit of patience, it will yield. So we are RWK & Associates, a registered audit firm. Our specialty is on tax, but we do audit, we do advisory, we do bookkeeping, we do internal controls. We have a variety of services that we do. But our vision is building successful organizations. That when you come to us as a client, we make sure that your business is going to be successful. And we help you navigate your challenges, financial challenges, when it comes to your financial issues, whether they are audit, whether they are tax, or they are just internal challenges that you're having within the organization, and then you can, that your business can be able to grow. We are located at Thika Road, opposite Mangu High School. That is where we are having one office. We also at Hughes Building, 4th floor, and you're welcome. RWK & Associates, that is on Facebook and LinkedIn. My page, Regina Kengori CPK, that's my page. I'm also on LinkedIn. And we have the Skill Up Mentorship Program. We have a Facebook group, and we also have a Facebook page. And we have websites, so you can also see us on our website. This has been Regina Kengori, RWK & Associates, CPK. Keep watching PrayerCave TV. And this is my Source Business Show.